Shalom. Like give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to you, sincere Akim, just pushing his word out across the four corners of the earth. The lesson right here is from beforeisnews.com, and the title says World War III could start at any moment. Where you are is where you will stay. And I'm just going to read it down a little bit. It says, after the election, I stated that Obama would stop at nothing in trying to start World War III. Conversely, Putin has been a leader that has demonstrated amazing restraint as Obama and his henchmen have done the following in order to try and provoke Russia into a war. Falsely accusing with no proof that the Russians hacked the 2016 election. Subsequently, expelling 35 Russian diplomats based on no proof of wrongdoing. The suspected CIA assassination of the Russian ambassador to Turkey. The suspected CIA takedown of the Russian military plane, illegally employing sanctions against Russia with no proof of wrongdoing. Every one of these actions is reason enough to provoke Putin to launch a preemptive strike, and his only the first course of this bill. It says Obama is no longer provoking, he's ready to act. This is not a drill, this is not a military exercise. This is not even a military snap exercise where a war game drill turns into a military attack against an enemy. Where I'm speaking about, NATO, including the United States, is amassing significant numbers of combat troops, mechanized armor, and the requisite support personnel needed to sustain a combat operation. If an adversary cannot be provoked into fighting back, the simplest answer is to attack them with extreme prejudice. And this is exactly what Obama appears to be doing, as he said on December 29th in relation to his unfounded accusations of Russian hacking. He has taken retaliatory actions against Russia. And I mean, that's the times that we're in right now. We are in the times of World War III. And, these so called journalists, they think they can have some type of interruption to stop these prophecies from happening, but you can't because it was already prophesied thousands of years ago that these are times we were going to come into. So Yahweh Shah is programming all these world leaders to act the war, and that's why we seeing, articles and things like this. North Korea says can text launch ICBM at any time because that's Yahweh Shah is doing. He's the one programming these so-called kings and world leaders into the act of war. And that's why the apostles and elders of Great Millstone always tell us, check out these articles and different type of news sites and measure up the time with the prophecies along with the scriptures. And that's the mind frame as the hopeful elect we supposed to be in. And this is Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told you thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And he's coming back with vengeance, And that's the spirit right there, because Apostle Torah said at the end of December last year that 2017 is going to be a year of of destruction, death, and he also said diligence. And the scripture right here said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So we supposed to be diligently searching, seeking out different type of news, events, anything that's going on in the society all across the world, and we relate it with the scriptures, and we bring it out to the world wide web or on the highways and the byways. We edifying each other, like the scriptures say, iron sharpening iron, And a part on this article right here I want to touch on was I would leave the link in the description box, but it was part of showing like all these different troops. Like right here it says the NATO war preparation against Russia, Operation Atlantic Resolve, is in full swing. 2,000 U.S. tanks will be sent in coming days from Germany to Eastern Europe, and 1,600 U.S. tanks is deployed to storage facilities in the Netherlands. At the same time, NATO countries are sending thousands of soldiers into Russian borders. And right here, it's just basically showing like all the different type of troops, they basically sending out to all parts of the world, because that's the time we are in. We're in the time of war, and World War III is inevitable. It's going to happen because it's biblical prophecy. You cannot stop biblical prophecy. And that's like Esau is so proud. They think um, they can have some type of intervention or pray that World War III is not going to happen, which we know that it is going to happen. And it says, would you not agree that World War III is much closer than most realize? If you have stopped prepping, you may wish to resume because this could be all over within 2 weeks and the hostilities could commence at any time. We literally could go to bed one night in the next week and wake up to a world that have been plunged into World War III. Pray for divine intervention because if we do not have a miracle, we will have World War III. And I mean, we know that's BS right there because Yahweh Shai, he's a man of war, and World War III is going to happen. So it's no questions about that. And we'll get the scriptures because he said we should be prepping. But as a hopeful elect, we our faith and trust and our ability to count on is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Like that's what we put our soul, faith, and trust in. That's what we're supposed to do. And this is Psalms 25, and we'll start at verse 4. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Lead me in thy truth and teach me, for thou art the power of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. And that's pretty much self-explanatory right there. That's who we supposed to be waiting on, Yahweh Shai. Like he's a man of his word. So if he said this is going to happen, it's going to happen. Only thing he wants us to do is be patient and count on him. He's gonna be our spiritual bondsman. He's gonna deliver us out this hellhole, this prison house. And this is Lamentations, the third chapter, and start at 25. Verse 24. The Lord is my portion, said my soul, therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. And who's the one seeking for him? The elect. And hopefully we are part of that. Hopefully, we are part of the elect. Starting with the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, to the sincere brothers on down. It is good that man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh Shah. So that's what we prepping for right there. You probably have some brothers, they probably get like buying into gold and silver, things of that such. But at the end of the day, our sole purpose is counting on Yahweh Shah. Really, that's all we have, man. And another precept I wanted to get because the guy in the article he said how pray for divine intervention because if we do not have a miracle, we will have World War III. Well, according to all these prophecies in the scriptures, World War III is going to happen. So we know it can start at any moment, and that's what we counting on. We waiting for that. Because as soon as this shit pops off, the sooner we can get up out of here, man. And we really relying on these prophecies to come to pass so we can get up out of here. We ready to be free, man. And this is Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then should they know that a prophet had been among them. And what's coming to pass? All these biblical prophecies, starting with like the famine, martial law. You have different pestilences. Esau about to leash out. World War III, that's amongst that as well. The nuclear missiles attacking America and other countries as well. America getting destroyed completely. Like, this is what's coming to pass. And no matter how many articles these journalists can write up, they can't intervene it, nor can we, because this is all the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. If he says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. The only thing we have to do as the hopeful elect is wait upon him. And it was just a quick article right there for you brothers. I will leave the article in the description box. I hope you brothers were edified. Until the next time, Shalom.